1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. God. Hey everybody, the Respiral here, and welcome back to more of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Boom. Right, so this is... I was going to say case 2, but I mean day 2 of case 3. Good morning, Max. He seems a bit nervous. Max? Milk. What? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. I guess. Nick. Max is really nervous. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties. What? What the fuck? You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. No. We can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now, the dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. One glimpse of that and everyone in the room will be on your side. Max, really, no one needs to fly today. Nick, what's with that look in your eyes? I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer, flying fabulously. Oh my god. That was good. December 29th. It's almost New Year's. Oh look, who it is. Whoa, what? What the hell happened? What? Your Honor, get on with it. Jesus, I didn't even get to read it. Man. Oh, sorry, I just realised that the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns. So... well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, Your Honour, he does often go by that name. Oh my god. You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we call the defendant Maximilian Galactica. Okay. It sounds more friendly. Wonder if that is to our advantage. Miss Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please. Hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Eh? That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. Yeah, of course. Only because you lost. It did not count, do you hear me? She must still be upset about what happened last time. You have no chance. Zero, zilch, nada. I'm not losing this case. Why, you ask? Because it is not in the nature of a Von Karma to lose at anything. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. Me? Guilty? What are you talking about? It will be my ultimate revenge. Her dad is gone, you know. The prosecution is finished. Let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time. Jeez. You may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma. Detective Dick Gumshoe, get up there, now! Jesus. I guess the defeat has, kind of annoyed her. So to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, Detective. Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Very well, I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir. Alright, Detective, you may proceed with your testimony. Okay. Ding ding! Details of the events. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 PM, making it extremely cold out. Whoa, what the heck? All of the circus performers gathered in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 PM. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15. The victim was found bent over a wooden box dead as a doornail. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. Oh, painful. Yeesh. I see, he was beaten to death. Here is the autopsy report for the victim. The court accepts this into evidence. Woohoo! Awesome. A blunt object. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Perfect. It's pressing time. Kaboom! Hold it! Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about 1.5 inches was on the ground. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day. The snow... Let me see. There's got to be more to this. Yeah, what's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court record. Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime? Wait, so why do I need to look at the court record? Wait. I don't know why it said I need to take a look at the court record. I don't understand anything here that would be of use. Whatever. When you say all of the circus performers, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and staff were there. Regina the Animal Tamer, Mo the Clown, Ben the Ventriloquist, and of course the defendant Maximilian Galactica, and his victim the Ringmaster. Oh, I almost forgot, Regent the Tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after these proceedings. Oh my god. So it broke up at 10 PM? After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? Regina was playing with Regent, while Mo went back to his room tired from work. Ben the Ventriloquist went to the front gate, absorbed in his own world. The Ringmaster and Max went off to the Ringmaster's room to talk privately. Talk privately, huh? That's awfully suspicious. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you? It seems they were negotiating Max's salary. Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage. The murder itself... blah 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 blah... Yep. I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 PM. Okay, not a problem, pal. We've got a witness that told us how the whole thing went down. This is totally meaningless, time to move on. Alright. We'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end? That was a bit weird. She stopped him before he said anything else. The wooden box. That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed. Carrying the box, huh? It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well, it was much heavier than it looked, not to mention it was locked. Locked, you say? So the wooden box was added to the court record? This may be my only chance, so I might as well ask some questions. About the wooden box, about the lock, or about the content? Contents. I mean, both of these are pointless. I mean, sure, you could ask about them, but I don't think it'd lead anywhere. Do you mind telling us what was inside the box? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle. Bottle? What is that, Detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. What's inside the bottle? It's filled with... pepper. Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in that big box? There was only one little bottle in that huge box. Wonder if that has some sort of special meaning. Probably. Right, blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? You've done your homework, pal. You haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it is something the perpetrator ran off with. You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene. No, I bet he made it disappear with magic. Ho ho ho! Ah dear. Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now. I guess that's all we're gonna get out of Gumshoe in this case. You mean all we're gonna get out of him is that little bottle of pepper? Now that we have wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. Eh? I'm not even off the stand yet. Obviously, but that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. Oh my god. Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Miss Von Karma, call your next witness. I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. She must be talking about Ben the ventriloquist. I wonder if Trilo will show up on the stand as well. Maybe. Oh, yeah it is. Please state your name and occupation for the record. My full name is Triloquist. I am employed as an opera tenor. Excuse me? The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist. That rope must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine, I'll grace you with a song. Oh my god. The world of the law, exciting and daring, they said darling, guilt or innocence, decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think? Had a good rhythm. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Trilo, you know better than to insult a judge. Shut up. Just look at your nose. You would think you'd have the sense to fix it. It's so ugly I want to punch you in the face. On the off chance, swelling would help. You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star. Celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds. What's going on here? Order, I demand to know who the witness is. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trilo handle this. Hey, Kyla. How's it going? Oh god. You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now let's proceed. Yeah, what's given a testimony is a puppet. What you witnessed. Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge, clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went over to the plaza. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Oh, I'm glad it's going good. It's also going pretty good for me, thanks. When the police showed up and took... Oh, then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. Dun 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 dun. You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene. You're sure of that? Without a doubt. He had on his silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown. That's right, dress boy. Well, since you went with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the crime? He's got a point. What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the criminal. Why is that? Here's absolute proof. Silk hat. This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Ah. Oh no. Dude, I played the first Dishonored years ago. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene. Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. And Ketsy. Thank you for stating the obvious. What a bitch. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say? Yeah, it's uploaded. It's... If you actually go onto my channel, it should be listed under D. Which I think is the first shelf. Yeah, kinda. I've done a lot of games. Like, I'm closing in on nearly finishing 400 playthroughs, so I've covered a lot of stuff. I guess she's the boss again today. What you witnessed? I'll just press everything again. The clown you're talking about, Mo. Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to keeling over for good. Poor guy. We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack. Oh right. Yeah, I like the Dishonored series too. I've got all 3 of them, actually. I've got, well obviously I've got Dishonored, all the DLC, I've got Dishonored 2, and then whatever the hell the 3rd one, well I don't even know if it's classed as the 3rd one. But it's Dishonored, the side story I suppose, is what it would be. Then what happened? Once we got to the lodging house I ditched him and went over to the plaza. What did you do then? I went over to the plaza to do some thinking. It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodging house have been a better idea? Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. But I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers always said I was. What? I've not played the 3rd, so I wouldn't... I'm not a dick. I don't spoil games for other people. The only time I would spoil a game is if we were talking about a spoiler in a game with both people had played. I'm a person that hates people that spoil games because it just ruins it. And there's no real need for it, other than to be a dick. Wait, so which one? Is this one he's already said? Went up to... Oh, right, yeah. God, I'm getting lost with what I'm doing. Ooh. Are you sure it was really Max Galactica? Of course I'm sure. How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece getup? Snobby 3-piece getup? Get the wax out of your ears. Lawyers nowadays, you're like talking to a brick wall. Max's 3-piece getup. Jeez, could you be any more dense? All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. Nick, I think you should put a little bit more effort into preparing your questions. Wow. Sheesh. He was the only one heading that way. Okay. You saw Max and only Max, right, Drelo? That's right, and that makes him the killer. There's only one person headed that way that night. You're wrong. What about Russell? That makes quite a bit of sense and makes Max one suspicious character. There's more to this story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss in this? There sure is. Yeah, there we go. He only saw Max? That's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? That you only saw Max. Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well? What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Who else do you suppose this witness could have seen? The victim, you fools. Jesus. That's the victim. That's correct. If Trilo was at the entrance to the plaza, you should have seen the ringmaster as well. Oh dear. Obviously the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness. Could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room. Oh my god, that fucking shit-eating grin she has. Is that, according to the defendant, a likely story? If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime? I see. It seems that at this stage I have no reason to doubt the witness's testimony. Oh no! There are clearly no conclusive contradictions. He's right. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now let's move along with the testimony. Trilo wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina. Which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Nick, wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah. I think so. I don't know anymore. Alright, so we're back to the statement. Okay. So... then the police showed up. I haven't actually pressed on this one, so yeah. What else does he have to say? Around what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose that would have been around... Hey, what time was it? Huh? I think it was around... I'd say a bit after 10:30 PM, I think. Practice ended at 10 PM, so you hung around the lodging house the entire time? I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you'd just stand outside in that weather. Well, the truth is... Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe that we'd just stand outside in that weather? Oh, maybe you were waiting for someone. What? Who said we were waiting for someone? Mr. Phoenix, Wright, we can all do without your offhanded theories. Ooh. But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm onto something. Mr. Wright. Who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out in the cold that night? Regina! Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. Oh! Oh, that was great. You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken? Is this true? Well, you can't really ask me that question. Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw, don't you forget it. Well, 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 the puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right. Huh? Alright. There is obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. Oh man, I love this game. That makes perfect sense. What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. Yeah, get double objected. However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max heading to the scene. There is absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I guess you got me. Alright, I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true. I was waiting for Regina. Pain. Don't volunteer things. Ah. Mr. Quist. Tell us the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house? I was. I was waiting to propose to her. You were what? Waiting to propose? Oh my god, the crowd's in an uproar. What's the matter, you think that humans have a monopoly on marriage? The matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case. You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit. More pain. Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet. Indeed we do. Oh my god, we have a testimony about the proposal? Really? Alright. Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give to her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Oh, he's on about the ring. I think, in which case I have it. You were going to propose... you, a puppet. Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love. I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her too. What? Exactly. His honour is looking a little less than honourable right now. Okay, Mr. Wright. Please continue with your examination. Oh, did you hear that? His sigh seemed a little wistful. Oh my god. This game's just got dialogue that's right on point. It's so good. About the proposal. Right, so... again, just press on everything. By proposal, you mean proposing marriage, correct? To Regina. Of course that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question was that? Wasn't going to propose that we become some sort of outlaw biker gang together. Right then? Yeah. Got it, that's the truth. Alright. What did you have to get to her? What was it exactly that you planned on giving her? You know exactly what I was going to give her, numbskull. The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty. Answer his question, what was it? You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring. An engagement ring? Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs. Wait, they're in chairs? Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here. Franziska's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Pain equals bad. I'm not pushing on, screw that. Or should I? Oh, sod it. It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that a puppet has ever proposed to a human being. I advise you cut this argument short. Oh my. I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony? Specifically about the engagement ring. I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology. Sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. Not bathrobe. Right, I planned on giving an engagement ring to Regina. Okay. Wait, can I actually... I mean, I might just try presenting it here, because that's the ring, is it not? A cheap ring with an eerie sparkle, from T to R. This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction. Oh, that was wrong. How exactly? They aren't, my health bar! And I thought it's because he mentioned the ring, so I was like, could I not just say, here? Here it is! I guess not. That kind of sucks. I don't know why, because it still mentions the ring. Oh, is it because he kept it? He says he kept it in his pocket, and it's still in his pocket. That worked. Well, whatever. I still find that really weird. Chilla, do you mind if I show you something? What is it? What are you talking about? Uh-oh. Looks like they're going to double team me now. Do you recognize this ring? Ah, that's mine. Give it back. Thief! Thief! Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? Oh my god. What is going on here? That's... Ben, say something. Yeah, don't put me on the spot like that, Drilo. I found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean a room they put money, like a bank vault? That filthy monkey is gonna get what's coming to him. Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiats in my court. Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey. In every sense of the word. Ah, I see. Well then. Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up. Shiny things. Drilo, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was... that time. You know, that night. The night of the crime. What did you just say? Details. I need more details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you, might be able to say that. The ring might have... well, it could have been taken around that time. Oh my god. What is happening? They got attacked by a monkey. Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. Has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder. It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. No, Trilo, back to the topic at hand. I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr. Triloquist. What did you do when the ring was taken, Trilo? You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring, snatching monkey money. Ah, right. But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you? It's all this slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away. That is indeed an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove an important point. What point could that possibly be? That he doesn't exercise enough. Yeah, okay, it's obviously that is a flaw. I want to say that because it'd probably be funny, but yeah. There is a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It's entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. Aha! Order, order! Objection! Oh, Jesus. Well then tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist? Alright, Kyla. See you later. Cheers for stopping by. Well, he obviously didn't see the victim. The ringmaster arrived on the scene. Not arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He is blinded by his rivalry with Max. Oh my god. Well, the defense's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant. What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dark face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him. No doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar. Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night. I told you so many times. You'd think you'd know my story's not changing. You've already changed your story, stick boy. And I'm sure it will change some more. Where there is one lie, there are usually many more behind it. Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him. Yeah. Exactly. Perfect. Okay. Witnessing Max. I give you though I was waiting for Regina... waiting that night for Regina. That doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. Okay. So that means that Money didn't show up until after you saw Max. That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max. Then Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him. How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting? Well, let's see, I'd say about... it's past 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch. Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. You got it. Bum 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 bum. Right, so witnessing Max. There we are. So you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night. That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up. You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I've got 4, you know. 4. 4, counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes, do you really think something would have slipped by me? 4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose. Yikes, the judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trila. Okay. So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night. Of course that's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance to the tent the entire time. I guess that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina. Okay. About what time would you say these events took place? No, whoops. You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out by yourself. You already know that practice finished promptly at 10 PM. You already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just had 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now what time was it? Indeed, what time was it? What time was it? Let me think about that for a second. Oh dear. I'm no good at math. It was 10:10 PM. Oh yes, that sounds about right. Sounds about right because that's the time that I saw Max on the scene. Oh my god. The dialogue's the best. He didn't even acknowledge my presence. So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obviously that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben? You got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Drilo. You say good evening at night. I'm sorry, Drilo. Oh my god. Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist's act outside of the courtroom. Impossible, a performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. Gotta be something wrong with this bit of testimony. Ben's half of the comedy act. Not really. I don't... If only I could go back and see what he had already said. Screw it. The greeting, I guess. Oh, hang on. Why would he be nice if it was Max? Isn't that a bit strange to you? Is that what I'll point out? What do you mean? Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? It strikes me as somewhat strange. Why would it strike you as strange? Exactly, how is it strange to be cordial to one of your co-workers? Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a co-worker, I could understand. Oh, I would understand. That hurt. Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school. There's no reason that Trilo would ever say something nice to Max. But how do I go about proving that with evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already learned that one. I guess I can give it a shot. The witness will resume his testimony. Alright. Alright. You are 100% absolutely sure of what you just said. I told you already. Jeez, I'm 100% absolutely sure. There's no way that he could be any more confident than that, right? That was short and sweet. What 3 ridiculous symbols? Oh my god. Those 3 ridiculous symbols, huh? Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question by now? If you're gonna ask again, I'll answer with a chorus. Everyone, together now! Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Oh my god, that's great. Thank you very much. Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you? But it's fun shouting out with everyone else. There has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere. I agree, but do we have the proof to make something stick? All we can do is try, right, Nick? We've got to have something that will prove useful. Alright, time to go to work. The only thing I can think is the... Oh, balls. Good evening, there we go. So, he had no reason to be nice to Max because of this. An orange juice bottle that was found broken on the cafeteria floor. Ba-boom! Trilo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? A fight over Regina, to be exact. It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument, a disagreement at most. A disagreement usually doesn't end with something getting clonked over the head. That morning Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he? What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. Truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on stand. There is no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say, "Good evening," to his rival. Are you saying this witness is lying? That he is trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene? I didn't tell a single lie, honestly, I just... That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night? He saw a different person. It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all. But what? If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all, which means there is only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trilo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it. What in the world? You... Will the defense kindly explain who it was Trilo saw that evening then? You got it. It was Russell Berry. Considering the ill temper of this witness, there is only one person he would greet. It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute. No, Your Honor, it is not Regina. If it was Regina, Trilo would have given her the engagement ring as a present. Oh, yeah, I suppose you've got a point there. It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not? Indeed. You are correct, it was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trilo. Isn't that correct? Answer the question, Mr. Quest. Hahaha. Ah. I just love that animation so much. Order, order! How do you respond to this? But wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica. Yeah, I'm not so sure. I think it is high time that we clear the air about this question. Bum 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 bum. Mr. Quest obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry? The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols. 3 symbols? Oh my god, no. Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man, you've got to remember them by now. Here we go again. Everyone, all together now. Oh dear. Yes, yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and white roses. A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me. What was that? Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry. What? Yeah. Ms. Von Karma. Do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant? Well, I... don't. If that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point. Yes! I think we finally won a point in this one. That is very unfortunate. Huh? You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix, right? What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from the witness, or this witness. You established that the witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but... who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. Huh? Oh! Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question, and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. There is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. Ah, damn. Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess. Kaboom! Oh, to be continued. Really? Alright. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah! So there's the end of that, I suppose. So... okay. Sweetie, you have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed up to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means... it means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. That's already established, considering if you look at the picture of Max and Russell. Like, on the stand, like, coat stand, is his hat and his coat. Or cape, more so. Fabulous. That's a fabulously possible possibility. Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double, Oh, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up, magician or president. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. It's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. Right, so we're back in court. Trial 2. Alright. Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Ms. Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case. Very well. I will now call up my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Why did she just call him a pitiful clown? Is he just going to be cracking up jokes? The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. Oh dear. Name and occupation. Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking? Oh, autobiographical gibberish. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke was best suited to this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court. Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Oh my god. Won't I have to wear pants? The sign only says, no shirt, no shoes, no service. Oh my god. Von Karma whip, please. Oh no. Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? Oh my god. How was that one? Thank you, but a couple of clowns... Okay. Your name. Lawrence Kells, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 PM the day of the murder. Correct? Yes. Yes, it is. Very well, Mr. Kells, will you please testify to what you saw that evening? A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian walk into this... Without the humour, please. Okay. Aw, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court. Good. Less shitty jokes, please. Right, so what you witnessed. I know, I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. Haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with a joke just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing? Wait, that was his testimony? Wait, what? Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness. Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick with the facts of this case. Really? You'll really hear me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you. I can't wait. That's probably Gumshoe. Ah, poor Gumshoe. Oh no! Right, now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony? Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want. Great. What you witnessed. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw 2 silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. So, that's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now. Great. Of course you can. There is no way that this account could be criticised. However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. That must be because of my insincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin the defence's cross-examination. Yes, Your Honour. Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony. I know that. Mr. Wright, Your Honour, I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber-rattling. I understand, Your Honour. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible. Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. Oh, so I have to be careful with what I press. Oh, great. So, what you witnessed... So there's that. Straight to sleep. Right, okay, so I mean, some of the ones are actually... Oh, right, okay, it's actually quite obvious. Because that one doesn't really have anything useful inside of it. This one just tells how tired he was. So this one I can press. It just happened to glance out of the window. You could say that. You could also say I peeped, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed. Mr. Curls. Oh. I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Oh god, let it rest or keep pushing. I don't know. Shit. Keep pressing. Sod it. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out of their windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday... Once I took myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like this giant thump. Aha! Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You forgot? Your Honour, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? That's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Very well, Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony. You should start turning the tables in our favour. Right there. What was the sound like? Well, I guess it kind of sounded like, I guess you could say, Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humour is unnecessary. How'd you know that I was going to make a joke? I guess that the sound sounded like I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly. Someone getting hit... Huh? What then? You went to look out the window and you saw... Oh, right. I saw 2 silhouettes. They're a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster... and Max... Oi, oi, oi. You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head? Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story. He really does enjoy the completely random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean weapon? I have no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? No, you did say you saw the entire thing, didn't you? Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night? I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. Oh my, a huge fucking penalty. Wasn't that a bit melodramatic? So what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? Of course I do! I've got a great reason to make my claim. And I suppose you'll be telling us all that great reason? Of course I will. The reason is... the witness's very own testimony. What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright? Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit hard. Or someone getting hit even. He did say that. However, Mo just stated that the following under oath. I kept watching then and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. If Mo is to be believed, when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound, there is no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone. In 1972, okay. Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car. Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court? No, I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick. These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth. Well, you're back from your jog. Well, it pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much. When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement. Von Karma! Tampering with witnesses again. Yeah, of course she's got nothing to say about it. So now you were saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster? Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out. Checked out? Yep. He was on permanent vacation, as they say. Wow. Making a joke about death. Mr. Curls, Your Honor. You did not witness the actual crime, however you still say you saw the criminal, correct? Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. Very well, then please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. If I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it? Got it. Yay! Good. The silhouette. It was a bit far away, but that shadow could only have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak. They were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. Okay. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. Oh. Ay. You took your time realizing that, didn't you? Whatever, that should be enough, right? Yeah. It is decisive testimony, not a decisive testimony. Was Max really at the crime scene that night? He said he wasn't there. We have to keep believing that. Alright, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination. Is it going to be the same deal? I guess so. Not doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, he doesn't have a black cloak. Emblazoned with Max's 3 famous symbols, and also the fact he didn't mention white roses. Objection! Man, what the hell? You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols? I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right? Mo, Everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols? Yay! Everyone get ready! All together now! Silk hat, cloak, white roses! What the? Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention 1. Isn't that right, Mo? What the fuck? That was pie. That was weird. Silence, fool. You are to respond with the whole truth, no fractions. What the fuck? Order, order. Oh yeah, I like this music. Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there wasn't any roses on the person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness said that he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene. Oh! Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case? Clearly not. He is just toying with this cart. I got her on the ropes now. Whenever there's a nugget of truth, it always seems to peek out at me and then run away. Someone is toying with the cart, but it is not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trilo's testimony? There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece getup? Trilo saw them all. Trilo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. There's absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Oh! Oh my. Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this... Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case. I'll wrap this case up now. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but there should still be doubt lingering in your mind. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age. I'm not mature. Oh, poor guy. I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable, which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony. What? If there are no more contradictions in his next statement, I am prepared to issue a ruling. A ruling? Nick, this is your last chance. Okay. Another testimony, I guess. Hot damn. Diddle-oo, diddle-oo. Okay, so there it is. Part 2. There's no doubt in my mind, there were no white roses that night. However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat, there is no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene. Okay. Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this. Just one chance. I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against his witness. If you are going to prove to me there's a contradiction with Mr. Curl's statement, you'd better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations. I've only got a single shot at this. I've got to be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need. Okay. However, all of the other symbols were there, I'm equally sure of that. So that's what he's on about the silk hat. If he was wearing it the entire time, then it wouldn't have been found at the crime scene. Right? This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night. No question in your mind? Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? Miss Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene? That means he wasn't wearing it the entire time. The silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Oh, no! That's not true! Order, order, order! Mr. Curls! Yes, Your Honour. What is the meaning of all this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court. Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh. What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things. Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess, you just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory, they're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you were sitting above me doesn't mean— whoa. Jesus. No matter how old I get, I'll always be younger. I think that's meant to be, I'll be younger than you. Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are? I saw him, I swear I saw him, it was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth. He turned into a bright little kid. It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there. He left the scene? What's the matter, Nick? There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo? What do you want? You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that. Is she gonna be sweating? Oh no. Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honour. This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless. Grr. You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy? Haha. Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's why I expected you there. You sure that's how it happened? Hmm? Huh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene? I do indeed. No footprints. Yeah. Look at this picture. Ah, look at him. The problem is the footprints in the snow. Oh god, alright. Footprints. In this photo we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there. Aye aye aye! Oh my god. So Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honour, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of this witness's testimony from the court record. I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in. Wait just a second. Oh. You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine, I'll tell you the truth this time. You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today. That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear. I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better. Yep, probably. Jeez. Mr. Lawrence Kells. Yes? The testimony you've provided up until now has been false. It hasn't been false, I haven't lied, it's just what? Been missing some details? It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about it, what I really saw. Oh, what do you know? Oh dear. I will have order. Franziska Von Karma, how could you? Your Honour, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have. What opinion is that? It's not funny. Okay. It's not meant to be, it's meant to be the truth. That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw. You're not going to believe this, but it's all true, I tell ya. Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. Jeez, what a bitch. The truth. Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows. Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. And that's when I saw he... Whee! He flew! This is the truth now, get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. That's why there were no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints. Okay. I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? Well, that was, how do you put this into words? Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician. But to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened. You're right. Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses. Why won't you believe me, especially since it's the best part of the story? To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright? His eyes are playing tricks. This is all a dream, right? It's all a dream. Right now, I can't believe any of this. I'm not even sure if this day has been some kind of Kafka-esque dream. Now do you think it's still a dream? Huh, Mr. Phoenix, right? Jeez. Oh. I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that. But I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen. You imbecile. If you disregard a need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is now in recess. Woohoo! We ended it. Oh man, the court is over. Oh wait, we're not quite at the end of it, I suppose. Defendant lobby number 5. Hey sweeties, what in the world is going on? That's what I want to know. They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please, it's not that easy. But it looks so effortless for you on stage. It's not that simple, I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air. How? You just told me the secret to your magic. No, I broke the first rule. The cardinal rule, the only rule. I'm sorry, Max. I'm sorry you had to break a magician's creed to keep the magic trick secret. Nick, what do we do now? All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker. Oh yeah, to be continued. There we go. It's only been... I think it takes about an hour and a quarter for most of this case. Like, even the first investigation only took me an hour and a quarter, so I think what I'm going to do is actually just keep going. If I can get to the end of this investigation part, then I'll be quite happy with, I'll be quite happy with it. I mean, it's also the fact I've not really done many long sessions of this game so far. When I say long sessions, I mean ones that are like over 2 hours. Most of them have been an hour and 15 minutes. Nick? What is it? I've got a confession to make. I'm terrible at figuring out magic tricks. Magic tricks? Yep, magic tricks are by their very definition tricks, right? I can never figure out the tricks when I see them. I'm just not good at it. That's because the tricks are performed by pros. They do it so you can't guess the trick. But the trick Pearly showed me was incredible. Pearls did a magic trick? What kind of trick was it? Let's see, it looked like she pulled the end of her own thumb off. Oh. First she put her right thumb next to her left hand, and then it just separated. She could move it up and down and everything, it was incredible. Really? Was it kind of like this? What? Wow, how'd you do that? Nick, you're like a real magician. See, this is why I just can't figure out magic. I'm not good at it. Especially hard tricks like flying away from the scene of a murder. I'll take all the fun out of magic if you keep trying to figure it out. I mean, is there a point in talking? What to do? I don't see any way out of this. We're stuck between a rock and a hard place. There's no way we can solve the mystery of the criminal flying by tomorrow. I was thinking, do you really think the criminal flew through the air? The only one who thinks that is Mo, right? He says that he saw it. That's true. Mo looked awfully serious when he said that. You think he might have been trying to frame Max? If that was it, he would have simply said I saw Max. That would have been enough. There's no reason why anyone would believe he flew. But what if the criminal really did fly? There's only one person who could do that. Max. You're really not helping my confidence here, Maya. Any ideas? Everyone seems to hate Max. Ben, Trilo, Mo, they all have nothing nice to say. That magician does seem rather full of himself, doesn't he? Especially when he says things like customers only go to the circus to see him. He even hit Ben over the head with a ball. But what? But that doesn't seem enough to frame another person for murder. And it was proven that neither Ben nor Mo lied on the stand. Maybe Ben saw the ringmaster wearing Max's costume, but Mo clearly said that he saw Max himself. Oh well. Oh bollocks, I do that every fucking time! Ah! I meant to press the B button, and I pressed the A button instead, because I'm dumb! Fuck's sake. I mean, it's not a big deal, it's just a pain in the arse. Let's have a word with Max. First and foremost, probably the best idea. Oh, he's full of confidence. Hey, he's actually got music. His music's actually really good. Honestly. It just sounds incredible. Oh, my sweeties! Oh, it's gone now. It stopped. You mind hurrying up and getting me out of this place? We're doing our best, Max. Just hang in there. A little while ago, some people from a local TV station came by. They said that since I'm a famed magician, let's make your very own TV special. Really? What kind of TV special? Maximilian Galactica, The Great Prison Escape. It would be aired live. Hey, that sounds like it would be an awesome special. But if I do the special before I'm acquitted, they'll never let me out of here for real. Well, it would surely be an unnecessary addition to your trouble with the law. That's what I was thinking, but the production staff is already working on the show. If you don't get me out quick, I'll have no choice but to stage a real prison break. You seem awfully calm about that possibility. I'd have no choice. It would be a contractual obligation. That's show business. Alright, let's talk. Night of the murder. The night of the crime. You didn't happen to fly off into the sky, did you? Here's how everything went down, sweetie. See there? His coat stand. It's got the cloak and the hat. At the time of the murder, I was sitting in the ringmaster's room. Not to mention, flying off into the sky is not just something I can do at will. I don't care what the stoogey clown says, it wasn't me. Max, do you mind teaching me the trick behind flying? Pardon me, you'll have to forgive me, sweetie. The difference between me and cheap imitation magicians is that I keep my mouth shut. I don't teach people tricks, but I will say this much. It's much harder than you think. Today's trial. I was thinking about this in court today. I've got a favour to ask of you. Anything for you, sweetie. Be friends with the other performers in the circus. Fabulous! A great joke! Why would I be friends with a bunch of hacks like that? But I've won on the world stage, I won the International Grand Prix. International Grand Prix. Performers should always look to perform on the world stage. But the performers at this circus are completely and utterly devoid of ambition. That is something that I can simply not tolerate. Ambition, huh? Something about what Max just said rings true to my ears. The Grand Prix. Oh my sweeties want to hear all about the Grand Prix, don't they? To be honest though, I've told this story like 100 times already, so it's a bit boring. We're sorry to make you tell it again. You must not have heard me. I am really sick of telling this story. But what can you do? I'm Maximilian Galactica. I suppose I can tell it again. Oh wow. Voila! Here, take a look at this. I do like this music. Do-do-do-do. I just happen to have a picture from the Grand Prix with me. Just look at that fabulous stage. That is the first stage that I ever flew on. I flew right over the audience. The crowd erupted into applause. At that time, I thought to myself that I could die right then and be a happy man. Or die a happy man. I'll never forget how I felt that night. The emotions. The acclaim. Wow. By the way, I think everyone who is a performer should get to experience that feeling. I just wish I could explain that to the other people in the circus. That's incredible, Max. I want a trophy too. Hey Nick, how about you buy me a trophy? That's not how you earn a trophy, Maya. My sweeties, you can have this picture of my triumph. Just make sure you show it to all the other members of the circus. Watch and learn. That's what you should tell them. Learn how to get thrown in jail. Alright, well, we got the Grand Prix photo. Well, cheers, Max. You was actually quite helpful. Surprisingly. Circus entrance. Right. You hear that? It sounds like two people arguing. Alright, let's do it. Are you ready? Yes. Wait. Quit your whining. Let's just give this a shot already. Alright, let's go. Row, row, row your boat. Oh my god, really? What are you doing? Gently down the stream. Come on, you know that. I'm trying my best, but Trilo, this just isn't going to work. Do you enjoy saying dumb things? You're going to have to be on your own someday. If you can't handle something as simple as this, what are you going to do then? Hello, Ben. Hello to you too, Trilo. What are you doing here? Can't you see we're on a secret crash training course? I'm sorry. Secret crash training. Whoa. Yes, Trilo wouldn't give up until I said we'd try out his idea for a new routine. So we were trying to sing... to sing around for our new ventriloquism act. I could not read that word for a second. In a round? Can you really do that? That's incredible. CC? Even they are surprised by the idea. I told you. They're not the only ones. You even surprised me with your idea. Once we've got a grip on the basics, then it's just a matter of practice. You think so? Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to give this back to you. Ah, there it is. Now that I've got this ring back, it's time to take one more shot at Regina. Let's have a toke. Again. Today's trial. I know that you already testified in court today. You want to talk about what we saw, right? Yes. Well, at first we thought it was the old man. Just looking at his walk and how he acted, right then? Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. But then we said hello and didn't even get a reply. Not to mention he was draped in those gaudy symbols. What would you have thought if he wasn't wearing those symbols? What do you think, Ben? What? Oh, I would have thought it was the ringmaster. Something just isn't adding up here. I wonder who they really saw. Marriage. I was hoping I could ask you about Regina. I'm completely serious about her. That's why I'm waiting for her even now. Really? That's so sweet. But if you really wanted to see Regina, shouldn't you check out the tent? Huh, you haven't got a clue about things, do you, sweetheart? Eh? Waiting like this is part of being in love. How so? If you had a clue, you would know that waiting is such a sweet, wonderful torture. When your body aches for your partner's love, that's one of the best parts. Yeah. I knew that. Poor Maya. She's so red, she looks like a vine-ripe tomato. Ventriloquism. So, how is this new routine working out? Will you two just take a chill pill already? Our routine's a secret. We're going to take the ventriloquism world by storm. It'll be a real revolution. That sounds incredible. But let me make one thing clear. We're not going to take on the world just because that jerk said we should. That jerk? Max Galactica. Performer should aim for the world. Who does he think he is? Trilo, you seem to really be fired up about all this. You need to realise that he isn't the only one who can conquer the world stage. You're right. You're right. Mark my words, I, Triloquist, will win the Grand Prix. Okay. You're the man now, doll. Will be the key to a glorious victory. Not to rain on your parade, but wouldn't a more mature song be best? Hey, you've got to start somewhere, right? Don't screw this up. You've got to be a part of this too. Oh my god. Oh, the characters in this case are just ridiculous. Where do I want to go in? Lodging house first? I'm not entirely sure. Oh. Am I to talk to somebody here? Oh, it's you two. You look like you just got hit by a truck. Shouldn't you get some rest? Nah, I'm taking a rest right now, pal. I've been listening to some crazy clown's life story. Miss Von Karma told me to come down here and do this for her. Being bossed around by a woman. I know how you feel. Ha ha ha! Let me tell you something, pal. Listening to that old clown sucks out all your energy. Every time he's done talking, he looks at you like you should be doing something. I think he's waiting for you to laugh at his jokes. I know that, pal. Do you have any idea how much your face hurts if you fake laughing that much? Francisca really set you up bad this time, didn't she? If you ask me, she shouldn't be listening to Mo herself. No way, pal. You're not gonna get me to backbite a woman with a whip. No way. Why are you defending her? Prosecutor Von Karma's always got her eyes on us. And every time you definitely don't want her to show up. Poof, there she is. Don't show up. 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 Looks like she's wound him pretty tight. She's directly above us as we speak. Huh? How's that possible? According to the clown, the criminal jumped from here and disappeared into the sky. If that's what happened, it means the killer passed right by this window, pal. Oh, I see. Who lives in that room? Behind the window up there. The acrobat's got his room up on the third floor, it seems. Pretty soon, Miss Von Karma's gonna start her investigation up there. So don't get any ideas of going up to the acrobat's room, got it, pal? You got it. Gumshoe. Sheesh. Von Karma. Once she's done with her investigation, I think I'll go up there and check it out. Yeah, probably a good idea. No, I don't want to examine shit. No. Me no need to. Move! Oh. Okay, so we can't go to Mo's room. Because Von Karma's there, doing her shit. Picked up. Okay. Ugh. Huh? Where's Regina? I don't know. But if she's with that tiger, I don't want to find out. Let's hurry up and get out of here. Nick, you're kind of a chicken, aren't you? No. I'm just, allergic to wild tigers. Yeah, sure. Who wouldn't be terrified of a tiger that growls at you? I mean, Jesus. It's a pretty scary fucking thing. I would think so. Right, welcome to the wonderful, the fabulous, the cafeteria. Yikes, he's in an awfully good mood. Alright, you know what time it is. Riddle time! Why does everyone cry when they eat Mexican pizza? Come on, you can answer this, it's easy. Because cafeteria Mexican pizza is possibly a weapon of bowel destruction. Buzz, wrong! Try again. Okay, what do you think, girlie? I got it. Okay, what's your answer? Because they are... in the cafeteria. Exactly! It's an incredibly sad place, that cafe. I mean, I don't mind Mo as a character, it's just the jokes, man. I did it. What's going on? He's busy. He's being too nice. Jesus. Wait. I never actually shown it, have I? The Grand Prix. Might be a good idea to do first. Boom! Ah, not this picture. He showed it to you guys too? Huh? You've seen it as well? Well, you know what they say about Maximilian Galactica. He really gets around. Actually, I think I know what I hate about the jokes. It's not actually the jokes, it's the fact you've got to sit through 2 lines of ahas. And they take a while to get through. Like 5 seconds. Oh yeah. He didn't just show me the picture. What do you mean? He showed me his bust too. Let me tell you, that thing is enormous. What? It's in the picture, I think. He'd make us worship it every day. He made us bow to his greatness. He's got a big bust. I wouldn't mind hearing more about Max's bust. Not that I'm into that sort of thing. Oh, that was great. Oh my. His bust. Yeah. That was some good dialogue. Today's trial. Today's been a really crazy day, hasn't it? You're telling me. I didn't think it was going to be so tough. Tough? Yeah, it was a tough crowd. That's what you call a crowd that refuses to laugh. For instance, it was such a tough crowd last night, I had to smash watermelons. I told them all a great story and even greater jokes, but no one busted out laughing. You even used the famed no shoes, no shirt, no service joke. Exactly! How can you not laugh at stunning comedy like that? What you witnessed. Are you 100% certain, sure, about your testimony today? I saw what I saw, I swear. That creep just flew through the air. It wasn't exactly flying per se, it was more like floating. The silhouette of his face made me positive it was Max. I don't see a psych lock. He must be telling the truth. Max's bust. Max's bus should be on that small table over there. There's nothing over there. Really? Oh yeah. When was it? I'd say about 5 days ago. All of a sudden, the bus disappeared. It disappeared? If you want to see it, there's a photo on the bulletin board over there. Ah. Right, so Max just had to put the picture up. Hey, this thing is really cool. Nick, I want someone to make a bust of me. Sure, as long as I'm not paying for it. Aww. Max G bus. Max's bus was added to the court record. Is there anything else that's changed about this place? Nope, nothing's changed that I can see. Wonder if he's actually thinking about this, or if he is setting up a bad joke. Nope, I'm drawing a blank here. A quiet mo is a good mo in my book. Mine too. Guess there really aren't any other things that have changed, huh? Well, there is this one teensy tiny thing that does seem different. Tell us. What changed? Well, on the morning of the crime, over on that bulletin board, this piece of paper was posted front and centre. Piece of paper? It's torn, so I don't know what it said, but I could see that its title. Yikes. It says, "To the murderer." Murderer? What? Yep, that's what it says, but the rest of it has been ripped off. I don't know who posted it. When did you find this? The morning before the murder. Before the murder? Yes, the ringmaster was killed the night after this paper was discovered. Who in the world posted this thing? Note was added to the court record. Nick, I think this is a very important clue. I think we're done here. I don't know where else I could go, though. Wait, Max met with him. Like, Russell, so maybe he'll have an idea? Maybe? I'm, like, kind of drawing a blank. I don't think any of these people will know. They'd probably just say the same as Mo, like, oh, this is what was posted on the bulletin board on that morning. To the murderer. Do you know anything about this note? The morning of the murder, it was posted on the wall in the cafeteria. I do know all about that note. When I read it, my heart certainly skipped a beat. Your heart skipped a beat? While I was enjoying my morning tea, the ringmaster and company entered the room. And company? I guess it wasn't really good company, it was just the ringmaster and my sweetie pie. When the ringmaster read the note, he turned it incredible bright red. All of a sudden, he tore it off the wall and shoved it into the pocket of his tailcoat. Really? Out of curiosity, what in the world was written on that thing? Let's see. No, I don't want to steal the fun from my sweeties. Go and find out on your own. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. You might also want to ask my sweetie pie princess. Okay. Move! Yeah, the entrance. I nearly went back to Wright & Co.'s office. I was like, that's not a good idea. That would be a little bit pointless. Right, so... Big top. And then... Ringmaster! His room! Oh, I can see it, I think. Max and the ringmaster had their talk in this room. That could have been when the ringmaster put on Max's costume and went outside. Why did he do that? Maybe it was cold or something. Maybe. There we go. Hey, do you see that? There's a scrap of paper shoved into the pocket of the coat. Tailcoat. You know, I've got a feeling I know what that is. I bet that's the other half of the note that Mo gave us. Then let's hurry up and check this thing out, Nick. You got it. I knew it. It fits perfectly with the other piece. What does it say? What does it say? To the murderer, I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet me at 10 PM tonight at the Lodging House Plaza. Wait, what? Tonight at 10 PM. That's when the murder took place. Now we need to find out who called out the ringmaster. Note has been updated. I also like how it got fixed. It was torn into two pieces, but now it's glued back together. Maybe they just taped it together or something. Who knows? So the plaza. Right, so the circus entrance. Back to the plaza. Oh my. Hey, Hey, Detective Gumshoe. I'm sure you did a good job as usual. Well, I am done with the investigation of the acrobat. Finally. But with Miss Von Karma? Oh, God. Oh no, he's being beeped. Nick, what is that? That beeping sound? It's Miss Von Karma. Huh? Every time I hear that sound, she's usually not very far behind. Some sort of pager or something? If you don't mind, pal, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, quick. See you, pal. I didn't know that Gumshoe could run that fast. So much for being a flatfoot. Never seen a grown man so afraid of a girl still in her teens. Now let's go inside, it's freezing out here. Oh, dear. So Von Karma's here. That whip could cut right through me. Oh dear. Did Maya just collapse? Von Karma. She really did appear. It was a battle today in court, wasn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Did you have to jump out and scare us like that? What can I do for you? Tomorrow will be the day. The day my dream finally comes true. You mean the story of my defeat at your hands making the national news? National news? You possess such a small sense of scale. The global news, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Your miserable plight will be known internationally. I think she might overestimate the importance of a win by just a smidge. Okay, I guess we can talk. Boo-da-boo. Tomorrow's trial. Von Karma, it appears you got your hands onto something, eh? Huh, haven't moved you picked up on that much. Anyone could. You couldn't hide that look of victory with 10 paper bags on your head. I've got conclusive evidence and a conclusive witness. Need any more hints? A conclusive witness. You must mean the acrobat, right? I'm putting in the summons for him to be called as a witness as we speak. It's the final nail in your coffin, Mr. Phoenix, right? Yeah. I get it already. You want to beat and destroy me. I can't worry about her. I've got to try and find out more information myself. Revenge. Why do you keep giving Nick the evil eye? It doesn't matter if you prove the defendant guilty tomorrow. Nothing will be able to bring your dad back. My dad? You must mean the esteemed Manfred Von Karma. Of course, your dad. I know you miss him. Enough out of you. One more word and you'll get a mouthful of whip. Now, when did I ever bring up my papa's name in this? Or any other conversation? Then what's this revenge thing you're talking about? You wouldn't understand, Mr. Phoenix, right? I have to see him again. One more time. Him? I'm sure you know to whom I refer. Miles Edgeworth. What? Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth? Miles Edgeworth? Why does she want to... Why will defeating Phoenix Wright make him come back? Miles Edgeworth, why would you even bring him up? You haven't forgotten, have you? Do you know who it was that trained the gifted prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth? Manfred Von Karma. Exactly right, it was my papa. That means that Edgeworth was... right again. Miles was like a little brother to me. Little, but he's older. Huh? Little brother? Edgeworth and Nick is the same age. Which means they're older. Edgeworth. Gonna see his face again. Oh! The man who inspired me to become an attorney. I fought against him in a few cases. He also looks like he's got grey hair in that. But after that case was over, he disappeared. He vanished. It's your fault he is gone. Huh? It's the truth, isn't it, Mr. Phoenix, right? Nick, what does she mean? Edgeworth's death. My god. After that case, Edgeworth was in a peculiar state, and he got worse every day. He never set foot into court again. And then one day, he just vanished. All he left was a simple note at the prosecutor's office. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. That was 1 year ago. It was right after you left to go back home. Mr. Edgeworth, he's dead? I don't believe it. He's still alive, I'm sure of it. Somewhere in this world, he's still alive. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death? Of course he did. You ruined his reputation as a prosecutor. You effectively killed the prosecutor in him. Just like your victory muddied the honourable name Von Karma. I'm going to find him. Then I'm going to teach him the difference between right and wrong with my own hands. Nick, about Edgeworth. Maya, I already told you this once. Don't make me do it again. Don't bring up his name in front of me again, okay? Nick, Onkama? What? I don't know if you were God's gift to prosecutors or not, but I've had about enough of you. Him too. What happened? This dog is all bark and no bite. He's already been defeated. Regardless, I have nothing to inform you two of today. Tomorrow will be the greatest courtroom battle this country has ever seen. Nick, let's go. We need to talk with the performer on the 3rd floor. I'm sorry I brought it up, Nick. Jesus. Whew. Okay, so... oh, right, I can go to Mo's room and straight to... or to Acro's. Okay, go to Acro's. Oh, we've been there! Yeah, it's where we got our attorney's badge. Why is he surrounded by birds? He's also buff as fuck. You must be Phoenix Wright. Yes. Pleased to meet you. I'm Ken Dingling. But here at the circus, everyone just calls me Acro. Mr. Acro. How do you know my name? The detective told me. He said you'd definitely show up here. Acro, you're a member of this circus as well? That's right. I mainly perform on the tightrope or the flying trapeze. But nowadays, all I perform in is my wheelchair. Okay. So a new character has joined the fray. Acro, why did you join the circus? When I was a kid, my parents failed miserably at business. Then one night they decided to run away from it all, without me. Oh dear. The only person who was willing to take my parents' place was the ringmaster. The ringmaster took such incredible care of me, he was truly a lifesaver. It seemed like the ringmaster was truly a saint. He was. That's why I decided to do something very important. I decided I would devote my entire life to finding a way to repay him. And now, look how someone repaid him for all the good in his life. It's such a shame. Sometimes I think that he was almost too kind. Perhaps he was too kind to his performers, perhaps he was too kind to his daughter. I wonder if he spoiled Regina. Regina is so cute, she's truly a princess. Truly a princess. Are you sure that's a good thing? Do I detect a hint of a grudge against Regina? Maybe. I'm sorry to ask, but why are you in a wheelchair? The nerves in my legs were badly damaged. And you can't walk now? I can't even stand now. And since I live on the 3rd floor, I can't even leave this building by myself. That's awful. The accident happened during an acrobatics session, right? Oh, wow. Here's some Cyclops. A Cyclock. It doesn't seem like Acro's injuries were acrobatic in nature. What's on your mind, Mr. Wright? Well, exactly when were you injured? It's almost been 6 months since I was hurt. I injured my legs during practice. 6 months ago. What in the world went on at the circus then? What happened? I stopped by yesterday and noticed that you weren't in your room. I was at the hospital all day yesterday. Ah, you went there for rehabilitation? What about the murder? Of course I knew about it. I spoke with the police before they allowed me to go to the hospital. Before I got the call from the prosecutor, I was convinced that it was all a dream. Huh? I just couldn't believe it. When I saw what I saw. What you saw? Jeez, that sounded really ominous. What you witnessed? What did you see, Acro? That night, I was in bed sleeping when I heard a huge sound coming from below my window. I see, the scene of the crime was right below your window. That's when I looked out the window. What did you see? Oh. Where's his wheelchair? I actually don't see it. It was flying straight up into the air. He? Maximilian Galactica. What? Oh my god. That's what I thought he'd say. You're absolutely positive that it was Max you saw flying? I am absolutely sure, there's no doubt in my mind. Nick. I can't really do much else. I don't have anything to break the Cyclops. I need to learn more before I can even try to get rid of them. So... I'm trying to think where I've not been. Oh crap. I got a bad feeling about this. Grr. Oh my god. Nick! Wonderful! Today's special must be Filet-O Phoenix. Stay, heal. Hey, it's Regina! Again. Oh, Maya, Nick, it's you guys! I'm sorry, I guess I made a mistake. A mistake? Yeah, a little one. I was thinking of teaching whatever primate was out there a lesson. But I was expecting more of a monkey than a human. A monkey? Oh, you mean money. She's way too excited. Russellberry! It's a pity about what happened to the ringmaster. Dad? Everyone loved him, didn't they? He must have been quite a man. He was. I loved my dad so much. I hate to say it, but she doesn't seem all that broken up about her father. That's why I feel so lonely. Now that I won't be able to see him for a while. For a while? Yeah. When Leon died, I talked with my dad and he told me that when someone dies, they just become a star in the heavens. A star? That means that my dad is looking down on me from the sky. That's why I love the night so much. I could see everyone who's gone. When someone dies, they become a star in the heavens. It's kind of sweet. Nah. I still find one of the absolute best quotes ever from a video game was from Lost Odyssey, where's, I can't remember what the quote is exactly. It's like when people die, they just go away. And it's like, if there's any place a person would go, it's in your memories, or something like that. I can't remember it exactly, but it's a really good quote. And, yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to bring that up, because it's a really good quote. But I bet you there's no way that Maya believes that. What do you mean there's no way I believe that? How did she know I said that? Do you think that one day I'll be a star too? Of course. You really think so? Yeah, you will, I think. I've got a feeling that everyone is doing great up there in the sky. I wonder if everything's alright with Regina. Who knows? She's probably like super crazy. Just to go back and clear something up, why do you want to teach Money a lesson? Because he's a meanie. He's got something that means a lot to me. Something that means a lot to you. It must be something shiny, right? Actually, it's a stage costume. It's got lots of spangles, it's really beautiful, you should see it. What are spangles? When the costume gets hit by the spotlight, it dazzles. Hey, Miss Returny. Huh? If you saw that monkey, you'd get my dress back for me, wouldn't you? It's really important to me. Gladly! Leave it all up to us. There's no way I could turn down that request. Yeah, you're really gonna do it? I am indeed. Although before I go, what do you know about this? I was about to say, why is it not presenting it? Regina, have you ever seen this before? I know what this is. Really? Oh god. Well, it was in my pocket for a while. It was in your pocket? This piece of paper was in your pocket. I guess I noticed it was in there around breakfast time. Breakfast time? Yeah, I always take Acro his breakfast in the morning. That's when I also take out the trash in his room. When I go to the cafeteria and eat my own breakfast, or then, I'd go to the cafeteria to eat our own breakfast. That's when you realised the piece of paper was in your pocket? Yep, but since I'm not a murderer, I just figured it belonged to someone else's pocket, in someone else's pocket. And then what? I wondered if the person who had lost it was in trouble, so... You didn't put it on the bulletin board in the cafeteria, did you? I did. I stuck it up there. How'd you know? So it was Regina who put it up there. When did this happen? The morning of the murder, I think. That explains a lot. I wonder who wrote this. I think I know. That's Pepper, isn't it? From the cafeteria. Huh? It's from the cafeteria? It's not, I remember seeing it there. So this was the cafeteria's Pepper. You know, I'm not a big fan of Pepper. Wonder if that's given us anything else to talk about. Nope. Alright. So we need to try and find a stage costume. I've looked in the cafeteria and the only place I've not been is Mo's room. So would it be in there? Unless, I mean, it could be in a new area. Or in an area we've already been in. We'll have a look in Mo's room first. I'm not seeing a thing. I don't see anything that's, like, shiny. Unless the monkey's in here, of course. Mo's not here. What's that? I hear something. Stop it, Nick. You're scaring me. It is the monkey. Oh. Nick, it's money! There it is. That monkey's gotten his hands on something again. That's it, that's the thing that means a lot to Regina, remember? Alright, time to take on this monkey. Attorney style! Oh my god. Oh my god, I get to choose! I love the music. Give it back, monkey brain. Stay. Let's act like a monkey. Oh my god. Yikes. Oh my god, that was great. I tried to have a monkey-to-monkey talk with him. I really did. Nick, what's that? I swiped it while Money was distracted. Really? You're really on the ball today, Nick. Let me see it. Let me see it. Huh? You can see it fine from where you are. You know what I mean. I really want to try on Regina's costume. Maybe then they'll take you in at the circus and I can get some peace and quiet. What's the matter now? It doesn't fit me at all. Oh well, guess it's time for you to lay off the burgers. Not to mention it doesn't look like something any girl I know would actually wear. Well, there we go. I love that. It's time for you to lay off the burgers. I still find it weird that, like, they changed the food from ramen to burgers. It's just very strange. Okay, the entrance. We need to go back to see Regina, so back to the big top. Alright, we can present the stage costume now. There you go. Here you go, Regina. Yay, thank you. You really got it back for me. Don't mention it. I love you, Mr. Attorney. It's nothing. No wonder guys melt to mush in front of this girl. Hey, Regina. The costume is yours, right? I tried it on, but it didn't fit me. Huh? This costume? This isn't mine, it was Leon's. Leon's? You know, the lion she told us about. Oh. The one that someone killed. Oh, right. Wait, really? Leon had to wear a costume. Alright. Leon, he was killed, wasn't he? That's right, my dad killed him. Why? Well, Leon did something really bad during practice. During practice? Leon was sitting down and then he opened his mouth, you know. As they do. Usually when he did that, I would put my head into his mouth. Wait, you put your head into a lion's mouth? I sure did. The people in the crowd always loved seeing me do that. They'd always start screaming. You sure they were screaming because they loved seeing you do that? Anyways. What was the bad thing? Oh yeah, Leon bit someone during that practice. Regina, everything was already alright though, right? No, it wasn't alright. That was the problem. My dad was incredibly angry. And that's when Leon... Yeah, that's when he became a star in the sky. Poor thing. Aww. It got put down because it injured somebody. Accidentally, though. Right, this is the cafeteria. Big top. Something smells fantastic. So we know it can't be Mo. Wait, I know what that is. What it is. It's burgers! Oh my god. Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to the Bistro du Cirque, aka the cafeteria. It smells so good in here. Those burgers look great. She's drooling like she's some sort of crazed burger monster. My burgers are the best. Juicy meat, toasted buns, special sauce. They are absolutely irresistible to anyone with a hankering for a burger. One bite will send you into hamburger heaven. I bet. I can tell by the smell. Whoa, I'm getting hungry too. Those burgers must have some kind of special power. Talk. Again. Very big circus. Now that the ringmaster is gone, what are you going to do? That's all I've thought about the past 2 days. Everyone loved Russell. You heard Acro's story, haven't you? Like how he was adopted when he was younger? He's calmed down a bit now, but when the murder happened he was livid. Acro was so upset he said he couldn't go on. Do 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 do. He was that upset? Yeah, he was. Anyways, I gave it some thought. Maybe I should give up on trying to be a half-baked clown. I've been thinking of trying on the ringmaster's shoes. What? Really? Max would still be an issue, though. Max? He may be a bit mean and hard to work with, but it's hard to argue his importance. He's probably the reason the circus is still around. A lot of what he says is right. Mo. All that's left is to see if everyone would get over the tragedy. You know. The tragedy? You know? What is he talking about? Get over it? Get over what tragedy, Mo? Huh? Don't worry about it, it's nothing at all. He must mean the tragic death of the ringmaster, right? Yes, that's it. You're right, girlie. Correctamundo. Doesn't he mean ding? Mo, I mean no disrespect here, but are you lying to us? No, not at all. What makes you think that? Just the way you said if everyone would get over it seemed a bit strange. Sounded like you were talking about something from a long time ago. Mo, I'm right, aren't I? Ah. He also has some Cyclops. 2 of them. So now we're getting closer to the truth. It was about 6 months ago. It was just a little accident. Give me a break. Us old men have accidents. I wear big pants for a reason. 6 months ago, eh? That's the same as what Acro said. There's something you're not telling me, Mo. Let's find out. Okay, get over it. Question mark? Mo, please tell us what happened 6 months ago. What in the world went on at this circus? Okay, there's no need to look so scary when you ask me. Hey, look over there, some juicy burgers. Let's eat instead. Unfortunately, I'm more of a grilled chicken sandwich man myself. Actually, I've kinda got an idea what happened back then. No, you said something about an accident. This wouldn't happen to be the cause of that accident, would it? Wait, what is it under? Oh, there. Leon. I heard a little bit about it from Regina. Leon made a mistake during a performance, right? What? There's one down. I told them so many times. You shouldn't be doing dangerous performances like that. Putting their head inside a line of Leon's mouth was part of an act. But Regina believed in Leon. She believed so strongly that the ringmaster went along. He could never say no to her. Out of curiosity, who was bitten? Come on, Mo. Don't climb up on me now. Who did Leon bite on the head? Well, I promised I wouldn't say anything. You promised? He's involved in this too. He's involved, huh? Mo must be talking about... Mo, is this the person that you promised you wouldn't say anything? I'm gonna guess. Acro! It must have been Acro, right? How? How do you know? Don't worry about that, Mo. Getting to the bottom of this accident may help solve what happened to the ringmaster. No way. I need to know the truth about what happened to Russell. Please tell me what you know. I'm sorry, Acro. Yay! Do I get all my health back? Wait a minute. Do I? Oh my god, I do! Yes! Perfect. Oh my god, good. Phew! So, get over it. What you on about, dude? It's just like you said, you know, the accident. Did someone die? No, but it would have probably been better if he had. What? How would that have been better? He's still alive, but when he got bit, he suffered massive brain damage. He'll never recover from the coma that he's in. Coma? All he does now is lay in his bed at the hospital, and that's all he's ever going to be able to do. Oh no, I see. How is he related to Acro? He's his brother. Huh? The person who got bit was Acro's brother. Brother? They're an acrobat team of brothers, Acro and Bat. Cute nicknames, I thought. Anyways, they're an incredible team. Cut down at the same time. Acro's brother. Who is Acro's younger brother? Sean Dingling, but everyone always called him Bat. He fell in love with Regina. Trying to win her love was his downfall. Everyone seems to fall in love with Regina. 6 months ago, while we were practicing, all of a sudden Bat blurts out, "Let me perform with Leon." Why'd he do that? I don't know, but that's what caused the accident. Oh god. I'll never forget that moment. It was so strange. Leon had the weirdest look on his face. He was smiling. He? You mean Leon? Yes, Leon. When he bit down, he was smiling. It didn't even really show anything, it just went to pixel and... then red. Some sick grin. No way, that's impossible. A smirking lion. A flying murderer. Why does it seem like it's always Mo who catches all these incredible events? Nick, can lions smile? We never told the police about the incident. The circus would have shut down if we had. The next day the ringmaster took Leon out and shot him with a rifle. Whoa, so that's what really happened. Well, you guys were so serious. What was I supposed to do? I had to tell you. But all this truthfulness has put me in the mood for a burger. Here, you do have some pepper. Shaka shaka shaka. There he goes again, acting like his normal crazy self. Oh, she's gonna sneeze. 2 sneezes. Nice, what a wonderful sneeze. Ah, you think so? You sneeze with pepper and slip on a banana. That's basic clownsmanship. Girlie, I know you've gotta understand that. Nick, I think I'd make a good clown. Other than Regina, I've never seen a cuter sneezer. Does Regina sneeze with pepper too? She does. Bat would always tease her with pepper. Bat? From my point of view, those two always look so perfect together. They look perfect together, huh? That's sad. Right, time to move. I think we have enough to actually deal with Acro now. I do believe. To the entrance, and the plaza, then Acro. Right, Acro! Your time is nigh. Ah, Mr. Wright, back again I see. Well, he did say I'll be back. Wait, or was that someone else? We're back because Acro's hiding why his legs were injured. He was hurt in the accident 6 months ago. It would seem that he knows that we know. Well, it seems you've got things you want to talk about, so fire away. Before I do, Magatama time. Oh damn. About the wheelchair. Oh, pardon me. I have to ask you, how were you injured? I'm sorry, I thought we talked about this. It was an accident that happened during practice. An accident during practice? Yes, unfortunately acrobats are prone to all sorts of injuries. He's lying. If that were the real cause, he'd have no reason to keep it secret. Acro, are you really telling me that a practice accident was the cause of your injury? What about Leon? Leon, 6 months ago, you were attacked by the lion. That's when you were injured. Ooh, that's serious face. Well, there goes one. I know I'm on the right track. I just need to keep going. You're saying that I was attacked by a lion? That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'm an acrobat. I'm not animal tamer. If a lion was coming at me, I'd be running for the exit. I'm not sure if attack is the best word to be using. You must have battled the lion. You seem to enjoy telling jokes. Why would I decide to battle a lion? Because you had to fight it. You had to fight it to save someone. I'm assuming that's under profile. There we go. Bat. It was a shame what happened to your brother 6 months ago. You tried to save him, didn't you? And that's how you got that terrible injury. There we go! Mo. He must have told you. Yes, we learned about Bat from Mo. But he didn't mention anything about you in regards to the accident. I suppose it was just a slip of the tongue on his part. That's how I figured it out. A slip of the tongue. Anyways, they were an incredible team. Cut down at the same time. Cut down at the same time. That was where he slipped up. Oh, he slipped. And that's how I figured it out. You two ended up wrapped up in the same accident together, like always. I see. But an accident is an accident. It wasn't anyone's fault. I still haven't broken Acro's cyclock. He must have an incredibly deep-seated secret. It wasn't anyone's fault. Do you care to explain more? Acro, I know you are still hiding something from me. Maybe something you don't seem to like much is the reason you're being evasive. Regina! Regina. You always seem calm and collected until you start talking about her. Saying things like she is cruel. Well done, Mr. Attorney. You've got quite the set of eagle eyes. You know, her tiger tried to attack me. Regent tried to attack you? Twice. He wasn't serious, I'm sure. You're not trying to insinuate that I believe she spurred on Leon to attack Bat, are you? Leon was never taught a command to attack people. Regina isn't capable of doing anything like that. Besides, Regina had no reason to want to hurt my little brother. Regina and Bat were such good friends back then. But you still hate Regina. I've got proof of it. What? What are you talking about? Maybe I overdid it again. But if I can hand something over to Acro, maybe it'll... Here's proof that you had it out for Regina all along. It's the note. This. Where'd you get it? Regina posted it on the bulletin board in the cafeteria. Before that, it was in her pocket. Oh, and... I guess I had noticed it was in there around breakfast time. I always take Acro his breakfast in the morning. You wrote this, and then you put it in her pocket. That's right, isn't it? That's right. Well done, Mr. Wright. There it is. Woohoo! Cyclock broken. Perfect. So now I can actually talk about this. Wheelchair. My legs were injured by Leon. 6 months ago, my younger brother Bat had a dare with Regina. A dare? An absurd dare. If I can put my head inside of Leon's mouth like you do, you have to go to the movies with me on a date. That's insane. Didn't he know how dangerous that is? We all thought he was being stupid too, but that lion was very old to begin with. An age brought with it countless experience in doing that very trick. Unfortunately, this particular time, I guess Leon wasn't ready or willing. And that's when the accident happened. He just wanted to take her out, to the movies. Poor Bat. When Leon chomped down, I jumped towards him. Then Leon attacked me and that's how I ended up. What about Bat? He's still in a coma. I went to the hospital yesterday to visit him. I see. I'm still waiting for him to open his eyes again. And that's the reason why I keep going. Oof. Regina and Bat. Bat and Regina. They were such great friends. Oh yeah, I wanted you to take a look at this. What is this? This is the scarf my brother was wearing when Leon attacked him. Gross, it's covered in blood. This scarf was a present from Regina to my brother on the day of the accident. When he did it, he looked like he was smiling. He? Leon, obviously. What? When he bit down on Bat's head, the expression on Leon's face looked like a grin. Nick, I know. Mo said the same thing. What do you think it all means? I'll be taking that scarf if you don't mind. Ah, fuck. One karma. I've already heard everything, so hand over the scarf. But the scarf is evidence in the trial. That is for me to decide. I think we should begin our preparations now, Acro. Preparations? I've served a summons on Acro to appear in court tomorrow as a witness. Acro will talk more at the prosecutor's office. Acro, a witness? Come, Acro, let's go to the office. Yes, ma'am. Damn. Oof. 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 Now what do we do, Nick? How are we going to handle tomorrow? Don't worry about it. I'll figure something out. Look at you all full of confidence. You must have found something we can use, or you can use. This is all beginning to come together now. Come together now. To be continued. Perfect. I actually managed to do... That did not take very long at all. Took about 1 hour and 11 minutes for the trial. Or trials. And then for the investigation it took about 58 minutes. 57 or so minutes. Not bad. By the way, I'll be finishing this case tomorrow and moving on to the final... tomorrow. Next session. And then moving on to the final one. Which is pretty cool. And then Trials and Tribulations begins. Which I'm really looking forward to. Either way, that's going to be the end of the session. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. And until next time, take care.